Having a mailing list is a must-have for any business, and Mailchimp is your go-to resource to make this happen. But even if you're a complete beginner, today I'm going to be walking you through exactly how to build your mail list and send out your first email, all through Mailchimp. Let's jump in. So we're just going to jump into the Mailchimp website, mailchimp.com. So from the home page, we're just going to click on pricing up here. And as you scroll down on the page, you'll see several different payment options. And there is a free version, which has limited number of contacts and emails that you can send. And that may be good enough for you to get started, but they also have some trial versions usually available in some of the other accounts that you can click on to try out. But for today's tutorial, I'm just going to sign up with the free account and show you what you can do with that. So we'll click here at sign up. And that'll take you to this page here where you'll enter your business email address. And the key here is you really want to use a business email where it says at your business name, if at all possible. You want to avoid using a personal email that has like an at Gmail or something like that, because that's more likely to go to a spam folder when you're sending out the emails versus from a business address. So I'm going to enter in my business email here, which will then be used as your username. And then you just need to add a password. Once you have that, click sign up. And from here, it's going to ask you to verify your email address to make sure that you own it. It's going to send you an email. Just click the link in the email. And you should receive an email like this. You'll just click on activate account. And then once the verification has gone through, it's going to ask you for a little bit more information about your business. So just fill this out. Click next. And then from here, it's going to ask you for a business address. This is required for anti-spam laws. So you want to add a legitimate address into these fields because it'll appear at the bottom of all of your emails. If you do operate your business out of your home, then you can use a PO box or another address like that. Once you have that information added in, just click next. And that's just going to ask you some more information about your business just so it can tailor your experience a little bit better. So what best describes your organization? I'm going to say media and content. What channels are most important for your business? We'll say email. What tools are you using now? Gmail and Outlook. And then you can import your brand from your website. So just enter your website here, click next, confirm your industry. How many email contacts do you have? Say under 500, next. And then it's just going to prepare your account. And that will land you on the Mailchimp dashboard. Now, as we're talking through this, if you want to go beyond the basics of email marketing, HubSpot has put together a free playbook based on data from over 600 email marketers. And it's got frameworks on list growth, engagement, and AI trends, plus playbooks from newsletters like the Hustle on Growing Your Subscriber Return on Investment. So if you want to get a hold of that, all you have to do is click the link in the description and it's all yours. The next step is to start collecting email subscribers, or as Mailchimp calls them, contacts. Now, if you already have a list, you can certainly import that in there, but I'm starting as a complete beginner, so I'm going to walk you through how to collect some of those contacts. So we're going to go over here on the sidebar and click on Forms. Now, if you have a website and you just want to include this as a pop-up on your website to sign up, you can do that. But again, we're going to start completely from scratch. Let's assume you don't have a website right now, and we're going to create a landing page that you can send people to be able to sign up for your email list. So over here on the side where it says Forms, you just want to click below that where it says Other Forms. And here we have a couple of different options, and what we're looking for is the sign up landing page. So create landing page. Now it's going to ask you to create a name for your landing page. And this is just something that so you can keep track of which page is which. So we're just going to call this something simple like Stormy Email Sign Up. And then below here, we're going to select our audience. Now, in Mailchimp's world, audience is your email list. Now, if you're just on the free account, it'll only allow you to create one audience. But if you move up higher in the pay structure, you can have multiple audiences, so you could have different campaigns going at once. But we're just going to select the default Stormy Night Studios audience here. And then we click on Continue to Builder. And here you'll see there's kind of a limited number of the templates because Mailchimp right now is focusing on the pop-up builder. But certainly as you're just starting out, one of these should meet your needs just fine. So we're just going to go to this lead generation. It's telling you it's powered by Shutterstock. So we're just going to click Agree. All right, and in the builder here, this is where we can customize what this landing page is going to look like. You can scroll down through here and see some more information that's in there. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to change what the background of this is. You can see as I hover over that, this pops up down at the bottom. We can either just change the color. So we can just slide that around, make it whatever color we want. Or we can add an image, which I think is kind of a nice way of drawing the attention of the viewer. So let's click on image. It'll take you to this box here. Now, and again, I had this connected to my website, so it pulled some images that were on there. So here's a nice behind the scenes photo from a recent shoot. So we'll click on that and click on insert. You can also upload any additional files that you want in here as well. We'll click insert. It's going to add that photo in there, and you can also change how it fits in there if you want to tile it. We'll just fill the screen. Next, we're going to focus on this header, this top image here. So as you can see, when you hover over any of these boxes, it's going to highlight that area. So if you want to change out this logo, all you're going to do is click that pencil icon, and it'll open up on the sidebar what that is. Now, first, we're just going to make that a little bit bigger, just like that. And then you can click on style. You could add a border around it, which I think I might do because mine is a little bit harder to see. Just going to round that in and increase the size. Let's say to 10. Let's say to 5. There we go. Now we can see that logo a little bit better. An important thing is remember to click save and close when you're done in this box. Okay. Next, we're going to move down to the next phrase here, which is stay connected with your customers. So we're going to say stay connected with us. And again, it's a little bit hard to see, so we're just going to highlight this and make sure we change the color here from black to white, just like that. We can also increase the size if we'd like. Make it a little bit bigger, but made it smaller. There we go. And again, hit save and continue. And then you have this box here, which basically is information on why they should sign up. So you can add some text in here that describes what you're going to get from the mailing list and why you should subscribe. Okay. So just leave that as is for now, but I am going to change the color once again so that we can see it. And then you just go through and you just customize this however you see fit. And now here is the information that you want to collect from them. By default, it's just going to ask you for their email. I would recommend at least asking for their first name so that you can be able to personalize those emails to them. But you could also ask for their phone number or their birthday or any other information that you want in there. I'm just going to leave it as email address and their first name. Again, I would recommend probably limiting how much you're asking for. And then you can customize the button if you want to say, let's get started or join our team, whatever the case is. And then we click save and continue. This is all what they call above the fold. Much like a newspaper, this is what people will see when they first get to this landing page. And then if you scroll down, you can add additional information in here. You can have other links or articles, pictures, more about who you are, add your social media sites, whatever you like down through there, and let you customize that as you feel content. Once it's the way that you want it, you just click down here to save and close. And then you'll come to a page like this, which just like any other website, this landing page is going to require some other additional information on the back end of it. So you can have a title and site icon so that when people see that, they'll know what that's associated with. By default, it's just going to add the name that you chose when you built the website. Then you can add more information for the preview. For like on social media sites, when you add the link, it'll say what it's going to show up through there. You can add a description on there. You can add a URL, which if, again, you're on the free plan, it's going to self-generate this URL for you. If you're on the paid plans, you can decide what that information is in there. And then audience tags, which again, on the free plan, you only have the option for one audience. And again, if you're on a higher plan, you can be able to customize that confirmation page so that you can say exactly what you want to your customers once they click subscribe. Otherwise, you can click here to preview. It'll show you what it looks like on the desktop. And then you can click on mobile and it'll show you what it looks like on the mobile. So you can make sure that it all matches what you need. Okay. So we're just going to click close. And right now it is just a draft. But once you have all this information the way that you want it, you'll just click on publish. Now the page is live, and all I have to do is share this link into my social media sites or in my email or wherever you like so that people can sign up for my mailing list. Now that we have a way of collecting the email addresses, now we need to start designing the newsletters that we're going to be sending out to those new subscribers. So we're going to head over here on the dashboard and click on campaigns. And then up here at the top, we're going to click on create, and we want to select design email. And if you already have an email that you'd like to import in here, you can import that in and start editing it in Mailchimp. However, again, we're doing this completely from scratch, so we're going to say skip for now. And now you have a couple of different options. You can do it completely from scratch, you can do a basic layout, or you can do a fully designed template. This is entirely up to you, your preference. I don't see as many of these type of emails that are full color newsletters going out as much anymore. I feel like I see more of this kind of basic layout. And some of it may be a sizing space issue. Some of it may just be it feels a little salesy. So I'm going to pick the basic layout for mine, but that's entirely up to you. And again, you have several different options here. It's kind of the looks of the emails, whatever you want to pick. I'm just going to choose the minimal up here and click apply. And now this takes us to the email builder. And this is where you're just basically going to add all the information that you want to send out in your first email. So up here at the top, again, it's pulling this logo from my website, but you can click on that and be able to upload your own brand kit or just add your own logo, however you want that to look in there. And you can have, when people click on it, that it'll take them to a website. And you can add your website in here, which is always good. And then, you could start with the title of the email. So we're just going to call this Welcome to Our Newsletter. Add some more description down here. Here you can add the body of the email, talking about what you want to talk about. And here we can add a photo. So let's just add a photo here. And we just add a little logo here of a show that we did a while back. And then you can add a text button. So this would be your call to action, either buy this new product, or here's a link to this podcast, or here's a free tool that we want to send out as a thank you. Wherever you want that link to go, you just add the text that you want to include in it and where that link goes. So this is what's really powerful about these emails, is it's not just a one-way communication. You can also have it interactive where people can click on that and do things. Likewise, you can add your social media links. So you just click on this bar down here at the bottom and add all your links to the social media accounts. And then they have some information down here that is included for that. And again, on the free plan, it is going to say that it's powered by Mailchimp. You can be able to remove that once you get into some of the paid tiers. So that's just the default template that we chose, but you can always customize that. You can add another text block. So you can customize what's there, and then you can also add any additional sections that you want and modify this however you like. So when you click off of the email there, it'll bring up a section here where you can add another image, a headline, a blank column. You can add a little box here. You can add just text. If you want to write an article, you just click on that, drag that over right in there, and you can write out your article or your information that you want to include in the email. Now, before you send this out, you can preview it. You open this up, and this will show what it's going to look like on the desktop. And it's very important. You also want to make sure you show what this looks like on the mobile device, because a lot of people anymore, the truth is they're looking at it on their mobile device. So you want to make sure you see what this email looks like, and if the formatting all works on a mobile device as well. And then what's also neat is up here at the top, you can click on Inbox. And if you have a paid account, you can actually preview what that email is going to look like when it appears in a Gmail account or an Outlook mailbox. So you can see what that subject line looks like and all the information along with that. Okay, once you're done previewing, you're just going to click on Close. Now, you can also go up here and send a test, which allows you to send a test email to yourself so that you can preview it and make sure that there's no errors, there's nothing that is getting hung up in the transfer of the email, so that you can see it firsthand exactly what that email is going to look like when it arrives in an email box, rather than waiting until you send it out to your whole list and finding out there's a problem. So you just enter in your own email address here, click send, and take a look at what that looks like. Provided there's no issues, you want to go up here and say save and exit. And now here's all the information that we want to add in here. So first, you want to click on to and import any contacts that you have or from the list that you have pulled the emails from. By default, it's going to send from your email address that you made the account on. And then we want to make sure that we add a subject line here. So this is what people are going to see in the subject line. And then here it's giving you any content warnings that's in your email blocks. Now you can see here that it's saying that if I upgrade my account, I can remove the badge that's down at the bottom that says Mailchimp. We understand that. You can see here that there's also a plain version of the text so people can remove the images if they wish. And then here it's telling me that I do have a couple of blocks of text in there that's just the default placeholders, and I want to change that before I send it out as well. And then you also have the option to create a social post. So even if people aren't on your email list, if they're a follower on Facebook, you could also post the email that way. And once everything is ready the way that you want it to be, all you have to do is click send, and your first newsletter has been sent out. And when you return to this campaign page here after about an hour or so of your email going out live, you can look in the analytics section and it's going to show you some information about that email. It's going to show you the open rate. It's going to show you the click-through rate. It's going to show you the bounce rate, any email addresses where it couldn't connect or it wasn't able to deliver the email to. And it's going to show you the unsubscribe rate. So it's going to show you how many people actually clicked the unsubscribe button when they got that email. And so you can use that information as you send out your next email. And certainly once you've sent out a few emails, it'll be easier to tell what's working, what's not, what you might need to change in your email campaign. And with that, you're now using Mailchimp like a pro. You have a way of collecting the emails. You have a way of sending out the newsletters as you go. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.